Yes, Vinaka, Vinaka vakalevu, nimbula, nimbula Vinaka, Kiora, bula re, bula sia, ni mata Vinaka mai, kamna mauri, namaste, navatale, dolovina, all those beautiful Fijian greetings. Aranayandra, Wambula Sartukani, we came to Vakasarana, Veiwatini, Nisamatikmana Kavinikua. This afternoon, it's 4 p.m. in Fiji. It's 11 past 5 in New Zealand, and it's 11 past 6 here in Hawaii. But here it's still Sunday, but I know it's Monday in Aotearoa and also Monday in Fiji. And I'm just so grateful and very happy that today is what we call a Motivational Monday program that I've been running for over a year now. And it's been an awesome experience where we invite our guests from different walks of life from all over Fiji. And we started the provincial program in January, where we started in the province of Nanronganabosa. And then we traveled all around Fiji. And last month, we were in the province of Mbua. And the province of Mbua was where Milika Punja is from. And Vinaka vakalevu Milika for joining in my program and sharing her beautiful story of her upbringing in Mbua and her career journey, her schooling, and even joining up with the family and all her travels. And from the Talanoa session, we are here at this very moment, and it's a very special afternoon where Milika is not sitting here by herself. She has invited her in-laws to join us on this beautiful Talanoa. So without further ado, for our audiences who are joining in from all over the world, warm greetings to you all. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So right now, I would like to say mbula to Mr. Kantilal Punja and Mrs. Jaya Ben Punja and Milika Punja. Those are mbula Vinaka na veiwatini mayo kalani. And what's the weather like in Auckland at the moment?
Quite hot here at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite hot. It's getting humid here, Dr. Yeah.
Yes, Vinaka.
Winter season is over now.
Oh, yes, winter, eh? Oh, that's so nice. So the weather will be just like Fiji, eh?
Yeah, just like Fiji, yeah.
Yes. What's any plans of visit to Fiji? Because I know the airport is officially opened in Nandi. What's your plan for the next couple of weeks?
Oh, we think we'll go in January sometimes. Yeah.
They're gonna go in January. They're planning.
We spend Christmas here.
They'll spend Christmas here, and then they're planning to leave to go back home in January.
Yes, Vinaka. I know the family in Fiji will be looking forward to catch up with you all, especially being in New Zealand for a little while. How long have you both been in New Zealand?
It was about 8 months we were here.
8 months. They've been due to the lockdown. They've been here for the last 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months.
Yeah. 8 months. Yeah.
8 months.
8 months. Yes. Vinaka is. So very soon you'll be just like the Kiwis over there. You'll be
looking forward to going back.
Yeah.
Yes,
But we all make contact by phone, telephone. So, yeah.
So do you miss the Fiji weather and the Fiji food a little bit?
Fiji.
Fiji.
Yes, we miss Fiji. A lot of friends there, some customers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of the families are there back home in Fiji, and their friends and a lot of customers that they interact with.
Yeah. A lot of social work.
A lot of social work that he does. He's missing out on those.
Yeah.
Sandin, I mean, we look forward to hear some of your social work and projects. I'm really excited about that. Yeah. Oh, Vinaka vakalevu. Okay, so maybe we'll start with our first question. Is that okay with both of you? And Milly can also help in terms of the first question that we were going to look at is your family. If you can both introduce yourself to us, just sharing about your upbringing. What was it like?
Okay, right. So my name is Kantilal Punja. I was born in 2nd July 1935. I'm 86 years old now at the moment. My father actually came from India, Punjakara. Is a part of India is Gujarat, is Porbandar. Porbandar where Mahatma Gandhi is stays there. His house is there. And his mother's name is my father's Nasoda. So I have 5 boys, 1 girl.
There are 6 siblings. So he's the 3rd son.
Yeah. I'm the 3rd son, yeah.
So there's 5 boys and 1 girl.
Right. So, yeah. My elder brother is Bhuvan Mohan, and second is Vasudeva. They are born in India, and myself is, and the others were born in Fiji, and I myself is the third. Fourth is Hari Punja, and fifth is Jagannath, and my sister is Leela. Leela. Leela Makanji, right? Okay. My father only came from India in 1918. He was 18 years old, and he left. He had two children, the two eldest, Mohan and Vasudeva, were in India, and father came with my uncle to come to Fiji, and some money and send to his family. And their father have 7 sisters, 2 in Fiji and 5 in India. So father just came without not much money. He worked for some company, and then he wanted to start his own business. In 1935, he was able to get from the assistant CSR company land. Then he built a shop, small shop, grocery shop, just in front of the Nando Indian School.
This is in Vuku.
In Vuku.
They left a piece of land in Vuku.
Yeah.
It's in Nanronga, eh?
That's in Vuku.
Yes,
In 1918, when his father left, he was only 18 years old, but was already married. And he had his wife back there with 2 older boys, 2 older brothers of his.
In India, yeah.
Back in India. So he came for work.
And then that was 1934. When then 35, I was in.
In 1934, his mother came with the 2 boys.
What way?
With only one of the boys. One was left behind because his grandfather said one should be left with him. Back in the village in Porbandar, this is in Gujarat. This is the same village where Mahatma Gandhi was born.
Yeah, and he stayed there.
And he's got his house, Mahatma Gandhi has got his house there in the same village where he's originally from.
Right.
yes.
Yeah. What are some of the good memories of your upbringing?
What are some good memories? Any memories you remembered growing up?
Growing up,
in when you were born in Fiji? Any memories you want to share?
Yeah. So my father, after working, make some money. He said, "All right, whole family will go to Suba. First time we're going to Suba."
From Levu, he decides to take, for the first time, to take the 2 boys, Mr. Kanti Punja and his brother, Mr. Hari Punja, to go and visit one of his auntie
Yeah.
in Suba. So they left.
And then we just dressed up nicely, and only problem was shoes. We have one pair.
Only one pair?
One pair of shoes and one pair of socks. And there were 2 boys.
Yeah.
So they went to Suba, and the next morning they had to get dressed, and they were excited to get out to see the city. And the city. So he's older than Mr. Hari Punja, so he wears the shoes. And and the other one had to wear the socks. So
take the photos.
they also went to make sure to take the photo in the studio because that was one of their first trips down. To remember their first trip to the capital.
So, wow, that's a beautiful story. I would love to, at one point, I'd love to see the picture.
Right. Picture is there.
Yeah.
So it's like my clothes, my extra clothes. When I get bigger, and I give it to Harry to wear the clothes.
The hand-me-down.
So that is so nice. You're thinking of your sibling, eh? To share the clothes, to share the shoes. Vinaka vakalevu.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
And another one, when I go to school, I was in, in roughly about class 5, I think.
Yeah.
Then junior boys, they don't have any football, soccer to play. So the grapefruit,
We call it molikana in Fijian.
Right, the big molly, eh?
One, the round one.
So we played.
That was their ball to play with.
The soccer.
So you don't have the real ball, you just use the molikana.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
You want to real about say, yeah. Huh? You want to talk about
One day my father was going to Latoka,
yeah,
and asked me to anything you want I can bring. I said, please bring one tennis ball for me, because so this was my very surprise present to me, so that we played not with the tennis ball now, not with the
grapefruit. So
the
it was
grapefruit.
one of the best present that he got when his father came back and bringing the tennis ball. So instead of playing with the grapefruit, they managed to play with a tennis ball.
And there were the boys were from farmers' children and the labor children, where they have the labor's children and the farmers' children. Both of them.
So they were all interacted with the farmers at that time. Back in the 1930s later and the 1940s. So there were so many farmers, sugarcane farmers and all the laborers. So they interacted with all the children. The children were all together.
So man, it was
there
very
was
special memories.
There was a big family all together.
Thank you so much for sharing about that, and also the story about the shoes. It's interesting for one brother to wear the pair of shoes and one brother to wear the socks. So that's a big lesson for all of us listening today.
It was a very hard time, very hard to afford to buy the shoes.
So to own a pair of shoes, it's like a luxury, at that time, to have a pair of shoes. Yeah.
We go to the school barefoot. No, nothing.
And Dr. T, there was no disobedience at that time. Their father just gave them the instruction: one has to wear the shoe, and one has to wear the socks. So they just obeyed. It was no big deal if we compare it to what it is today.
Yeah.
They just obeyed, and they just went, and they were so happy to have the pictures taken. One with a pair of socks and one with a pair of shoes.
So, wow, beautiful story. Vinaka vakalevu, for sharing it with us, such a humility and the humbleness, and the obedience to our parents. So many people are listening today, our dear parents who are watching. I think that's a lesson we can take from the first part of our Talanoa today, is encouraging our children to obey and to listen to their parents. So thank you so much for sharing that, and the memories of playing with the grapefruit and appreciating the tennis ball. Man, this that must be exciting to see
He
the
was
tennis
so
ball.
happy. He always say that was one of the happiest moments when he received the tennis ball that day.
Sa totoo, Vinaka vakalevu, Mr. Kantilal, for reminding us about the beauty of simplicity and the beauty of obedience. Wow, those are really, really wonderful lessons that we can all learn. Vinaka vakalevu. And now to Mrs. Jaya Ben, would you like to tell us your story on your upbringing and your family?
Hello, I'm Jaya Punja. I born in 14 February 1939. I'm 82-year-old. I born in Navaka, then in Navaka.
So Nandiko.
Oh. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. And one sister is in Toronto. I am in Fiji. One brother is in Australia. One is in London. And I had 5 kids, 4 sons and 1 daughter.
And what are some of the good memories of the
Good memories.
My mother has 2 daughters, eldest daughters. One is in first baby is born in after 3 months she died. Another, my sister, every time she will be sick. Then my grandmother, my grandmother said, don't feed your milk. I give the cow milk. I drink cow milk. The baby.
So when she was, so the 2 older sisters, I think one of the oldest sister, she died. And the second one was always sickly. So when she was born, her grandmother told the mother, you don't give your breast milk, you give the cow's milk. So there's always a joke in the family that she's, because she's our matriarch, so she's the strongest one. She's muscular, she can do a lot of work. And this is because, and she always say yes, because I was given cow's milk. That's why she's very strong.
Yeah, thank you. See, that's a big lesson for us, and thank you for sharing that, which is very, very special. I think that's a big decision for your mom, but look at you now. You are a very strong lady, and thank you for being there.
82 years old, still going, still strong.
You both look so well. You know, in terms of your age, you still look fit.
I do my own thing.
She's still cooking, Dr. T. She's still cooking. She's still doing all the work. So that's, we always joke about it in the house that it's from the cow's milk. She's getting all that strength. And but you want to talk about your school? Not the school. About the war.
I'm in Navaka. I was 1 year old that time. That time, war there.
There was a World War II.
World War II.
Oh, World War II.
My father is rich sewing.
Father used to do sewing. So during the World War II, that was in 1942 to 1945.
Right.
So
some soldiers will be coming, buy something in the shop, then see me crying. Then my father said, why would you cry? He tell my father, my kids will be in in America. Then I see this girl, a small baby, I will be very sad. Buy something, next time they came, bring me some gift. For this is like I see this.
So the soldiers, they come to their shop and they see her. She's 1 year old at that time. So whenever they see her, the soldiers from America during the World War II, they start crying when they see her sitting around, running around. And her father used to ask them, "Why do you cry whenever you see my daughter?" And said, "She reminds us of our family back home." So whenever they come, the next day they make sure they bring her a gift.
Some gift. Yes.
Yeah.
So she
So that-
reminded them
yes,
of their
yes,
children.
yes. So that's something that still
Oh.
stays in her. She remembers because her father told her about it.
I'll be a small 4-year-old. I'll be too much running here and there everywhere. Then my father said, "You go to school." Then one master is there, master, Gilbert master. He go to, every day. He go in a bicycle. Then he put on the bicycle me, and then take a Andrews school.
She attended from Nawaka. She goes all the way to St. Andrews.
Then
That's where she was educated. Yeah.
Educated.
Yeah.
Sandina. Oh, Vinaka vakalevu. Thank you for sharing us those beautiful memories. Yeah, because many of us would only hear about the Second World War. Sometimes we hear about the war in other parts of the world, but we never realized it was so close to home. Eh? So close to for Fiji and also in Nandi. Yeah, in Nandi, particularly the airport in Nandi, how it was built. The US Army was there. The New Zealand Army as well, I'm sure. So yeah, thank you for sharing that memory with us.
Yeah. Doctor, while we are on that, Dr. Teresi, he wants to talk about that particular war.
Yes.
From Nodrau when he was in Dubu.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a Second World War.
Yeah.
And in Dubu, Haba, they have a base for the soldiers. And then my father had one freezer. All of the Dubu have one freezer that is run by the kerosene. And then we make what you call
Wainimoli,
Wainimoli, yeah.
Lemon juice.
Oh, lemon juice.
Yeah.
And the farmers used to plant peanuts. So his father used to buy the peanuts from the farmers, and his mother will put it in a big pot, put the sand inside the pot, and put the peanuts in it. And that's how they roasted the peanuts. And how old were you, Jim?
About 5 years.
He was 5 years old. They had a shop in Dubu then. And so what happened, these soldiers, they will come. So they will
come in the afternoon, 5 o'clock roughly. Yeah.
And they will buy the wainimoli, and he will be the father will sit him at the counter with all the plastic bags of peanuts.
Peanuts.
And while they buy their juice, he sells the peanuts to them. So the juice goes with the peanuts. So at the age of 4 or 5, he started learning the trade of the business.
That's right, yeah.
And there was and his father bought the freezer. I mean, the innovative ideas at that time. To only the whole of Dubu during the war, they had a freezer that was run by kerosene.
That's right, yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. It's so admirable with your dad to start thinking, in the business sense at a very young age when he was 18. And now, he's got his family and starting his business and his shop. Wow.
There's because of those skills that they came with from India, they used to have these tins I think the big ships, the naval ships, used to carry it. Like we in the villages, we use the biscuit tin to
Yes.
to boil our white clothes, and we
Got it.
put the boot. Yes. So his father, with that innovative idea, at those years, he used to do the cutting of those tins and do like a bucket handle, and he used to sell that to the farmers. So that's
Oh, it's a bucket. Yeah.
the bucket.
Bucket, yeah. All right, right.
So that's how they started.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what we call innovation, eh? So, but back then he's already thinking, what do the farmers need, and start turning things into products.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Inside the bucket.
Sandiana. Wow. Yes, the levu na kanda vulida, eh? Vinaka vakalevu for sharing. To those of you who are watching and joining in, we're just starting. We still have more to go, so please make sure you bring your cup of tea and your lakari or anything that you're eating. Come close to the TV and listen. Yeah.
No, talking to those
Those
people
people.
listening.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. T, he's 86 years old now. So in 1935, that's when his father started the business. So that's when he was born. So the age of the business is actually the age of
Myself, yeah.
Mr. Punja. So it's 86 years old.
Sandila, wow. See, many of us, even my parents' generation, and many of us, there's so many comments coming in on how many of us have heard of the family name. And just to hear your story today, it just start to, just make it so much life in us seeing you, the name behind the brand, and for all of us bringing back some of our own memories. But it's so nice to hear your memories too. Vinaka vakalevu. Yeah. Anything else would you like to share, or we go into the schooling? Would you like to share the schooling story, or any other story about the family?
You want to go to the school part. You want to share about your school?
The school, I Nandovi Indian school. I was going to Nandovi Indian school. It was just the shop, my shop, and we have we staying on the back of the shop, and across the road there is a school, Nandovi Indian school. Yeah.
Nandovi. I think it's called Nandovi Primary.
Yeah, primary.
Nandovi Primary School. It was Nandovi Indian.
Yeah,
at that time, but I think it's called Nandovi.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's still there.
It's still there. That's in Lubu, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was very. My interest was in sports and maths. So I used to become first, second in long jump, long jump, and high jump, and also the saka, and running, and also the other was we.
Oh, the sack race. He used to come first all the time.
The sack race. So what is your secret, Mr. Punja? What's your secret for the sack race, for you to always come first?
Yeah, that was my favorite sport.
That was his favorite in sport.
Sports, yeah.
And, did you have dreams?
Yeah, and I was dreaming to become an accountant because I was very good in maths.
Wow.
And,
That is so good.
Then after my secondary school education, I went to the Tomba High School for so from class 1 to 5, and then St. Thomas School when my father went to Latoga, a shop to open another shop at Vetari. And then I went to St. Thomas School for from class 6 and 7. There, due to some from there I went to Latumba High School. I studied Form 3 and Form 4, and then my father was sick, and then I have to leave the school and join the company.
So, Sandina, wow, that's a big sacrifice on your part, Mr. Punja, to support your dad at that time.
Yeah, he got high blood pressure, and then and later on he got a stroke. But I have to just leave the school and join the company. And we had then after the World War, we moved to there's another shop we opened in Vetari.
This is Vetari is near the FSC mill in Lotoka.
In Lotoka.
Yeah, when you come from Nandi towards Lotoka, when you go through the FSC in Nabutu, it takes you all the way. I think a lot of people now they follow the back road, but at that time, just before you turn in to go to the wharf, there's a road that goes into the FSC mill. There's a group of shops there. So, 5 shops there. So that's Morris Hestrom used to be there. So they had their little shop there. So that's he left to start the business.
So, and at a very young age too, eh? At a very young age. How old were you then to take over from Dad?
From Ned, my age was, I think, about 16 years.
16.
So then my other brother, after certain years, the other brothers went to the other shop at Namoli, where his present shop is there.
By then, the older brother was back.
Yeah.
So the older brother continued in the shop in Levu.
Yeah.
And the other brother started the shop, which is now the main Punjas in Vitong operate. But he continued the one in Vitari. So that they started, expanding from Levu. They've come to Vitari, and then from Vitari, they've gone into the main town. That was in 1958.
1958. Man, it's so admirable to see, the brothers working together, to support what your dad had in mind. I'm just thinking about, even for me, there's 7 siblings. Each of us have different interests, and we all went different ways. But with your story, it's interesting how you had a vision from your dad, and the 3 brothers are there to support it. That is something I'm hearing now. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then the younger brother Harry, we tell him we want to educate him, and we send him to Australia for further studies.
Wow.
At this stage, after he left school because the father got sick, at that moment they were able to send the younger brother, Mr. Harry Punja, to Tasmania to study.
Yeah. At in Betari, there was a CSR mill, and a lot of 1,000 people were working, and that was a very good business there in Betari.
Because of the sugarcane mill, and also
the line, yeah.
near the wharf as well.
Oh,
The people from Yasawa, they come in, they have
yeah. And the Yasawa people, they bringing the copra and other bananas and other things, crops. They sell the crops, and then they come and buy the goods from us, and we have to deliver to the wharf. Sometimes they come very early in the morning, maybe about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. We have to open the shop and do the service to them.
Wow, there goes the lesson of sacrifice, right?
That's
Again, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning, people like me, I'm still snoring. I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
So thank
But
you
they
so
have-
much for sharing your story. Wow.
Yeah, because they have to leave very early so that they can reach before the night, before the night comes.
Oh.
So we have to, they knock the door and then we open it and we give them service. And then we deliver the things to the work.
Yes, that is amazing. Now, Mr. Punja, you said that you always like maths. You know,
Maths,
you always
that's right.
enjoy the lesson for maths. Was there a reason why? Was there any other subject you like, or was it just something about maths you just enjoy?
Yeah, maths I like, I like it. And after that, I took one the course from London.
correspondence course,
Course for
accounting
the accounting.
in London. So he got his certificate, and he used to prepare the income and tax return
For the company.
for the company at that time.
Yes, Sandina.
So, yeah. Anything else?
Good memories. Or your teacher in St. Thomas.
Yeah. Well, who is your favorite teacher, Mr. Punja? Any particular teacher you always remember?
Yes. I remember my headmaster, but also my favorite teacher was the sport teacher, Kashiram, who used to, who used to play soccer and very nicely. And one time when I was going back to the Dubu, we had the Roga all schools competition. And maybe about 10 or 12 the schools participated. And then I was playing right wing at that time. And then we won Nandovi school, they won the trophy. And the first time they won the trophy.
So that they won the trophy, so he can't get over that, because he still can remember the excitement that his school and the position that he played. They managed to get the trophy. So that was one of his favorite teachers.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So well done. See, he taught you some secrets of playing soccer really well. So he's a good teacher.
Yeah. Very good.
And there's St. Thomas. St. Thomas.
Yeah. And in the St. Thomas school, my teacher was Sister Jerome, nun, and he said, do what is right, not what I like. This is
there was a teaching that was that he remembers. You have to always do what is right, not what you like.
Oh, look at that. He still remember till today. That is something amazing to remember from a teacher. Wow.
Yeah. We have to obey that thing too.
They have to obey. It was instilled in them then, and he doesn't forget that. He still remembers that till today.
Wow.
You do what is right, not what you like.
Wow. That is so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
yes, together.
But you want to share
Yeah.
something about
So,
your school?
yeah, what school did you go to, Mrs. Punja?
I go to my father go to bar after some problem. Then Navaka, then go to bar. Then bar Sangam school. I'll be go class 1, class 2 only. Then after bar, then we came to Nandi Sangam school.
Oh.
And then class 4 there. Then 2 years in. Then after that, I stayed at the building. That building is building.
Or they took up the house where they were in. So when
We rent there.
so they were renting there.
Then I'll go to Korobutu.
Then from there they moved to Korobutu
Korobutu.
because your parents came from India as well.
My mother and father born in India. My father came in 10 years old in Fiji. My mother is 4 years old.
The mother was 4 years old when she came from India,
Fiji.
and her father was 10
10
years
years.
old when they came from India. So after going around to Mba and then back, they went to Korobutu. That's where that's in Nandi.
Then we have to go to Korobutu. We are very, very small family. My father and 2 sisters. Only three children, my grandfather. His eldest sister in Lambasa, and small sister is his brother's wife. Eldest brother's wife, my auntie. Me and my auntie was one house.
So they got married in one house.
Same house. My father is only one son. I no uncle, no.
Yeah. So his father, her father came from India at the age of 10 with 2 sisters. So there's only 3 in the family. Her dad was the only boy.
And my mother is only one daughter.
And her mom was the only daughter of her parents. So later, one of the father's sister got married to Mr. Punja's oldest brother.
Elder brother.
Elder
So
brother.
the niece and the auntie, they are in the same house. They got married to the same house, which we will cover later.
Sandila. Oh, totoka. Vinaka vakalevu. Mrs. Punja for sharing your story. Now, when it comes to school, what did you have a dream or a job that you really like to have when you grow older? What was your dream?
Dream.
I'm in Korobutu, on the class 6. Then my grandmother said, no, girls should not too much study. Stay home.
Stay home and learn how to look after the house.
Cooking, everything.
So she finished school at class 6, and the grandmother said, you're a girl, you stay home. So she finished in class 6.
So, and that's when you also learn that obedience, that Mr. Punja was saying before, whatever your elders, your parents say, you just obey. Wow. Yes, that is really awesome. And so you stayed at home most of your life from when you were 6, from class 6, you just stayed home. And what are some of your memories of living with your mom at home?
I was learning 3 languages, English, Gujarati, and Hindi.
Wow.
She got three languages, Hindi, English, and
Gujarati.
And she's very good in reading in English. She reads the papers, and she's very good at it.
Gina. Wow. That is
So in
amazing.
class 6, you were 12 years old.
Yeah.
And then at 15 you got.
Engagement, 15 years.
So Dr. T, she was 12 in class 6. So by the age of 15, she got engaged.
Yes.
I know.
15. And 16 got married.
No, 17.
Or 17 got married.
17. Wow. And you still look very happy today. That is amazing. It's just so lovely to see. Eh? Yeah.
The baby is 16. The baby is
Over 60 years now of
Oh,
marriage,
wow.
Dr. T.
Wow.
62.
In 62, yeah,
62.
over 60 years.
Over 60, yeah.
Oh, that's what a wonderful example for all of us. So many of us listening to see both of you, 62 years, and you still look well together. You still look very happy together. And I see Mr. Punja, the way he looks at you, he's got that smile on his face, and it's really nice to see.
Good. Good, give us good health. Amazing.
Yes, very good. So, Mr. Punja, what's the secret to a happy family life? Any one advice you can give to us? And also, I will ask you, Mrs. Punja, any maybe I shouldn't say secret because it's not secret anymore. Any advice for us?
What would you like to advise on a good marriage?
Good marriage. Have to be. Support. Actually, I was busy in the business, and she looks after the children and educated. So support each other. We have to support each other.
Very true, very true. That's so beautiful to see, eh? To have the support. When you're doing the business and Mrs. Jaya, you are supporting him. How do you feel, Mrs. Punja, when you're supporting Mr. Punja in the family?
You can talk about the
Please, morning, 6 o'clock, go to the shop. 8 o'clock came, take a shower, breakfast, go to shop. Then 1 o'clock he came, take a lunch, go to shop. Afternoon, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he come upstairs. Don't does the kids.
no time for the.
No time to see the kids.
So she handled all that. It had nothing to do with 50% women, 50% men. It was more for them. It was 200%. It was like going more than halfway because she understood she had to carry the role, knowing that he had to be there full on for the business.
So the staff is coming and taking lunch.
So she wakes up at what time do you wake up?
4 o'clock. I wake 4 o'clock. My father-in-law, he go downstairs, did brush everything. I make a tea and go and give the tea my father-in-law. Then after, no gas stove and only wooden
Yeah, the fire.
Fire.
Open fire. They had to cook. There was no gas at the time. So there was something that she had to do every morning was to boil the water so that her father-in-law could have a warm shower. So at 4 o'clock, she's awake to be able to get that going. And then after that, for the children and the food. So
my brother-in-law is go to school. Must be 6 o'clock. Must be food is ready. Must be go to Natamwa school.
So the youngest of the brothers was schooling at that time. So she by 6 o'clock, all the lunch has to be ready. So that was her role, apart from making sure that the staff at that time had to be fed, the father-in-law had to be looked after. So it was something that was not questionable. The role had to be played.
Wow, that's so beautiful to hear. Eh? The dedication. I think that's a lesson I can get from you, Mrs. Jaya, in terms of the time, waking up at 4 o'clock and making sure that all the food is ready, and even preparing the food for your father-in-law and your brother-in-law. That is something that is very admirable. Mm. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I've got a question for Mrs. Punja in terms of your favorite teacher. Any favorite teacher you have at school when you were still in school?
She had a favorite teacher, huh?
Favorite teacher. Gujarati master, Muji master, Gujarati Muji master.
She, one Gujarati teacher. She remembered. Yeah.
It's very good.
Very nice.
Muji master.
Murji master.
I learned the Gujarati there.
Or then she learned how to write and read Gujarati.
Right, because the Gujarat language, when you write it and when you say it, is different from the Hindustan, yeah? Very different, yeah?
Yeah, little bit.
Sami master. Sami. English.
So that is so good to know. So there are some people listening in from Nandi. Vinaka vakalevu, for those of you connecting in, it's really nice to have someone here representing Nandi and also Nanronga. So Nandi and Nanronga are represented in this Talanoa today. So really, really proud that a daughter from Nandi and a son of Vuvu in Nanronga sharing their story with us today. And what a wonderful way to go back down memory lane just to get some of their stories back then. It's Vinaka vakalevu. So now we're going to go to our third section of our Talanoa, was to do with your own family, your own children. Was it easy for you to raise your children, even though you have your responsibility for your business and everything else happening around you, just to look after your children at that time?
Yeah.
Marriage.
Okay. Maybe. I mean, how we got married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
My family.
What age did you get married?
Oh yeah. So he told he was 17. I was 21.
So,
We got married. But I knew her when she sometimes comes with his family to my house. But I didn't know that I'm gonna marry him. But later,
They never saw each other when the only day they saw each other was the day they were getting married.
wow.
So it was a fixed marriage, arranged.
Arranged marriage, yeah?
Yeah, to the family. Yeah.
So that is so beautiful to know. He was 21 and she was 16. Nice.
My grandmother, I think, she was there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the story.
Story
You tell the story.
My auntie is there, that is my grandmother, his grandmother. My grandmother said, my father-in-law, you had 5 boys, 2 is married, and 3 left. Give me 1 son. I want to bring my choice girl. Then she came at my place, my home. He stayed 1 month at my house. Then he come back and tell my father-in-law, I see 1 girl. But I don't know anything.
Wow, that is amazing.
So she got engaged at the age of 15 and then they got married when
1955.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
1950
then you got married at the age of 17.
uh,
2 years later,
Later.
then they got married.
because my sister, elder sister is not married. Then my father said, eldest is
married.
married, then after the small children.
How many
Wow.
children? How many children you have?
Yeah.
You and
So we have
Five.
5 children, 4 boys and 1 daughter. So first one is Jagdish Punja, second is Yogesh Punja,
Third is
third is the girl Jayashree,
daughter.
and fourth is Rajesh Punja, and the fifth is Pravesh Punja. Yeah. They are Pravesh and Rajesh are in PG now at the moment. The 2 youngest one, and
Two eldest one.
Jagdish and Yogesh are here in New Zealand at the moment. And my daughter is also in New Zealand.
So, wow.
Yes,
That is
yes.
so beautiful.
And I have 10 grandchildren
And one great
and one great
Yes.
grandson, one great grandson.
Oh, look at that. What a blessing. Yeah, to have your great grandson. Wow. And for you to be able to see him at this
Fourth
age.
generation.
yeah, it's 5 now.
Five.
Four.
Four.
5 4 generation.
Four.
Four.
4 generation.
The grandmother too.
Our son has got a son, so that's the first great grandchild.
Oh, Sandina. Wow, look at that. Wow. So you look forward to many more, I'm sure. There will be more blessing, more blessing for the family. So, that is amazing. Now, in terms of your some memories of your raising your children, maybe when they were small, some projects maybe they did at school or anything like that that you want to share, or anyone who's maybe in sports or anything that is of interest that you want to share.
Yeah. So Jagdish was very mischievous, and he wants to. First, he started in the kindergarten school, and then sometimes he make some what do you call it? Mistake, naughty. Sometimes naughty. He went under the post of the
Floor.
Under the floor.
under the floor.
You know, the school has those little, it's up, so there's underneath of the building.
Yes.
So when he becomes naughty, that's the oldest son. When he becomes naughty, he knows that he's going to get a stick, so he goes underneath the building.
And hide.
He goes and hides there.
Oh.
And then I have to come and talk to the teacher and come and settle it, and then I explain you should not do like this.
Oh.
And the second one,
That's Yogesh.
that's Yogesh, yeah. The one teacher
It's Methodist school.
at
Latoka Methodist School.
Latoka Methodist School, Latoka. Yeah. So one teacher want to sometimes Yogesh might
The tamarind tree, the stick. So the teacher used that to smack the children when they are naughty or when they don't listen. So
so he wants to hit the stick, and then Yogesh
pull the stick and broke the stick.
Wow, that's very smart of your guest.
Smart way. Very smart way.
I know the headmaster, but he told me yes. But yeah, what else?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to drop them in the morning in my car. I have a van. I have to drop him in the school and pick him up the school.
Yes,
Talk about the kids. What did you teach the kids?
Yes, yeah.
The children?
Ah.
There's the values. I think she wants to
oh
express
yes,
certain
yeah,
values. Yeah.
right. What values did you instill in your children when you're teaching them? Because you've got how many? 4 boys. That's a lot of boys.
boys.
And one, yeah, 4 boys and 1 girl. How did you keep
Girls,
them in line? Mm.
Yeah.
We tell them to respect your parents and elders, you know, and again you don't expect any respect for yourself, your own self, and
elders, everybody must be respect.
be humble.
Mm.
Be humble.
And they pay respect by touching their parents' feet to get their blessings, to get the parents' blessings.
When you go to school, you do the prayer, then go to school. Before going to school, prayer. Then touch this when the people
Their obeisance,
say their obeisance, yeah.
That was something that yes, I think it gives them that humbleness and respect for their parents.
When I go to the temple, the yogis and yogis used to come to the classes, Gita class. Then they always come and they couldn't understand, but they like the environment there. The yogis told me that I like the environment. For the church.
Yes, and
Very good.
very spiritual family they were. Any pundits or any preachers from India that comes, it is in their home that they will be looked after. And that was in the back then till today. That is where they will be accommodated all the time. It is in their home.
Because they are vegetarian, we are vegetarian, very less people.
They're vegetarian, so they don't eat meat, so they will house them.
No onion and garlic.
So Vinaka, vakalevu. Thank you for sharing that. I think towards the end, I will ask maybe for any special vegetarian recipe that Milika knows, because I know she's a good cook now, thanks to Mrs. Punja Senior. Mrs. Punja, you teach your daughter-in-law how to cook some nice vegetarian dish?
Yeah, yes.
I teach all this because
She taught me how to make the roti, and she said the roti was hard and different maps, Australia, New Zealand. But I improved later. So, what do you think? I have improved in making the roti?
yeah. All the curry and everything. He forgot and said, he's in India. He forgot. He ring me. Mom, I want to make this thing. What can I do? Then I tell them. All the daughters knows I will teach them.
Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you. Because now you have 4 daughters-in-law and 1 son-in-law with all your children. That is really, really nice. Yeah, that is so good. Thank you for sharing that. I also know that your family travel a lot. you move around, you go to different countries. Is there a particular place in the world you remember where you travel to?
No, the place in near Delhi, Vrindavan.
Vrindavan,
Vrindavan is where the Lord,
holy place.
Lord Krishna's birthplace.
I see.
And then we had our apartment there, and every year we
Go
spent a few weeks there in the festival time.
Like we have they have traveled the world. They've done world tours about 4 times, Dr. T. But to them, for example, for us, we love to go to Israel, Jerusalem, to where, to go and see where Jesus was crucified. For them, they have been all over the world 4 times, but in their heart, they still have a special place in this holy place of theirs that they prefer. Very humbling to go and spend time to do their meditation and their spirituality. It's actually a village. I have been there a couple of times, and it's very humbling to see where they are, the places they have traveled to, and to have a very, it humbles me to see that where they are today, and to still have that simplicity and the humbleness to always have a heart to go back there, where they have set apartments for themselves to have a retreat every year to go and meditate and do their spiritual retreat every year.
That is beautiful. It's a lovely reminder for us that spirituality is very important. And thank you for teaching your children that, but also sharing that with all of us today. Very, very important. Thank you. Vinaka, vakalevu for sharing that. So now we're going to go to the last part of our Talanoa. Many of our friends are still saying hello online. They're saying, especially those of us from the West, those from Nandi, they're saying hello. And also they're acknowledging that Milika, were you also raised in the West too?
Yes.
A little bit when you got older?
I went to Jasper. We lived in Nandi. Yeah, I worked in Nandi for 15 years, 8 years at the airport. So I'm most of my friends and we lived in Nandi for a while.
So Vinaka. So all the Western people are so happy today to see all 3 of you. And they're all saying that you are representing the Western part of Fiji. So they're all very happy and very proud to see you all. That's a common comments that are coming through. Vinaka vakalevu to everybody listening in. Just so beautiful and so refreshing to have the Punja family, the couple, and also the daughter-in-law, Milika, just for them to come here. Mr. Kantilal Punja and Mrs. Jayaben Punja and Milika Punja just sitting with us today on a Monday, on the 20th of December, and just sharing their story. And what a beautiful way to go down memory lane as we even went back down to the Second World War, and also remembering Mr. Kantilal's dad, who came when he was only 18 and started everything up, as most of us know, with our business today. So with our next question, I was going to ask in terms of the blessings. What are some of the blessings that you both have experienced, that you now have your family, as well as the family business that you have put together, as you know, through your brothers, to be what it is now? Any blessings that you would like to share with us? I know there's a lot of them. Maybe 1 or 2 would be great.
The blessing with my guru from India, we had this blessing. He came from India. He stayed at my place. About 7 times he came from India, and he got his blessing. And mostly from the Golden Age home, I'm the the chairman of the. Then I have their when I visit there, I get their blessing also.
Nakamua Old People's Home. He's the chairman. He's been looking after that for how many years?
About 30 years.
About 30 years. The Old People's Home, and you've been in the Lions Club.
Nice, yeah.
Has been in the Lions Club, and
So many in the temples, but 3 temples. 3 temples. Hare Krishna temple. 3 temples.
3 temples. 3 temples. These are just a few of the projects,
Charity.
the charity that they do, and
Sunshine School, Sunshine.
Mm.
And I am involved in most of the charity organization. I look after. I am the trustee of the Hare Krishna temple, Vishnu temple, and another Gaudiya Math temple. And then also I am the trustee for the Toka Central School and chairman at the Golden Age Home. And also Western Disabled Association. I'm the founding trustee of the thing. So many activities are.
Right. So, Mr. Kantilal, is this why you miss Fiji? Because you want to go back and do these things, right?
That's right. I am getting telephone from those places.
Oh.
And from there I have been. And also I look after the Punja. There is a trust, Punja Charity Trust, in which we have built a hospital, the health center, at a medical center at in Latoga, and also the children's park in Latoga. So, and I also look after the Levu crematorium also. So I am just controlling from my telephone here, and because I am here in New Zealand, but mine is there.
Yes, so Mr. Punja, you have shared with us some beautiful lessons of dedication. You know, it's not only just the business that you focus on, you're also looking at the social side of things, yeah? Supporting the people, the old people, and the children. I really like the children's park. What came into your mind to support something for the children? That is so beautiful, you know, to hear the old people's home, but also you're thinking of the little ones because they want to play.
Yeah. So then there was no park in the Toka. When I travel overseas, I see a lot of children playing, and then we collaborate with the city council, and he said, okay, you give the place and we build it. And this is collaboration with the Toka City Council, and they're looking after the day-to-day affairs. And then we have to sometimes upgrade the children's park.
Wow.
And yeah. In the home, we wanted to, we always there preparing and looking after the residents. Their blessing is very important.
That's right.
We must receive their blessing.
So right now, some of them may be listening to our Talanoa. Would you like to say hello to them?
Okay, from home. Hello, how are you, everyone? And Dr. And the superintendent there is Mr. Dari, Clement Dari. I know him very well. He is very nice superintendent looking after day-to-day affairs and the management of there.
That is so good. See, for those of you listening from Lotoka, we all saying Kia ora and bula to all of you. I know there's many of you listening in from the West, especially those of you listening in from Lautoka. So a big bula Vinaka from Mr. Kantilal Punja. And it's so lovely today to hear some of his visions. Not only visions, he's also doing things on the ground. So he must be very busy on his phone because he always talks to people on the phone. So for those of you in Lautoka, maybe you should give him a break because it's holiday time. Mr. Punja, should they give you a little break?
Okay. Yeah, break.
Give you a break or don't give you a break. Those the old people's home.
The people calling from Lautoka.
Asking them if they give
Huh?
Old people bhaji kaam karo chhe karo.
Oh. No, that is when I have the people, I feel very blessed.
Yes.
So this is very important for me. If I retire, but still I will visit. Always there.
Vinaka vakalevu, Mr. Punja, for that. Mrs. Punja, Mrs. Jayaben Punja, what is one of your favorite recipes that I know you are a very good cook, and Mrs. Milika Punja is now becoming the best cook. So I hope maybe one day you can have a cooking competition there, Milika. Any favorite recipe, Mrs. Punja, Jayaben, that you would like to share with us? Something that you always cook and your children, they enjoy.
Stuffed bacon.
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
Oh, eggplant. Wow.
And she
Yes,
taught me she knows about 150 dishes. She knows more than 150
Sweets.
all the sweets and everything. So
right.
she's got a
So
vast experience of.
So how did, was it the mom or the grandmother that taught you, Mrs. Punja, the cooking? When did you start remembering how to cook?
When did you start learning how to cook?
My mom. I with my sister is elder. I am small. Then my mom said, "Come and I teach you some cooking." I said, "No, my sister is elder. She married then after I cooking." He is made before I made first. He is after she married her. I had two chickens. You just ate my pet.
Okay, so she had an elder sister. So she was the one who got married first. The older sister got married later. So she had to learn the cooking first.
I see. Wow.
My parents' place only we are 7 people. I'm married, I come here, nearly 30 people here.
So to cook for many people. Yeah.
But I'm very afraid. Very
Oh.
afraid. What can I do?
Oh. And also very good to know that you
help
always, Lord help me, to help you with the
God
cooking
help
in
me.
the fire.
Everything.
You know, cooking in the fire too, Mrs. Punja.
Fire.
Yeah.
And kerosene stove.
Wow.
One kerosene stove and 2 fire.
Yes. That is so beautiful. Wow. See the baingan, baingan dish is your favorite. Now, Milika, that you're mentioning about the 150 dishes, I was just going to see or suggest whether you would be able to write a recipe book together. As you know, that will be a lovely project. Maybe the 3 of us can talk afterwards. That will be really good to do a project together.
Yes, we have actually started a few videos when she does, when she teaches now. We have done a few videos of certain food stuff that she has done because they have their own recipes. But we have always believed for her, it's the heart that cooks makes a big difference in the taste of food. You can use the same recipe, anybody can cook, but the way she cooks it will always taste different because of the heart that cooks. The loving heart of hers that cooks gives a very different taste of the food that she cooks.
It
One
is
thing,
amazing.
when we make food, we offer to the Lord, and
Lord,
then
every day.
every day, and that makes I think
Big
a big difference. First, you offer to the everything, all the recipe you make to offer to the God, and then
We are
we
eating.
mix it with other, and then we.
Wow. Yes, that is so beautiful. And it's so lovely to hear the story from your mom. Even though you were stubborn, Mrs. Punja, I can tell when your mom wanted you to learn, you said no, but then you had to learn. So thank you for listening to your mom in that way to become a very successful wife and a mother and a mother-in-law, a grandmother and a great-grandmother. That is very, very special. Very, very special. Yes, Vinaka Vakalevu. I think we're coming now to our part of the question on your advice. Any advice that you would like to share with our listeners today? We're open to hear from you now.
I want to share that that you should be humble and try to help others. It's very important. When you help others, you will feel much pleasure. This is the best. This is the best feeling you will get. You should be happy. Just get blessing from the elders and the unfortunate ones. If you help others, you will feel happy all the time. Definitely. And if you got donations, you won't be less of money. Always will be there. You will be happy.
So Vinaka
And
Vakalevu.
also my company's policy is we should not cheat others. At the same time, we should not be cheated ourselves. And our company is when we started the factories, we used to employ the widows, help them to find job. And in our we look after our staffs very well. There are second, third generation. Their sons, when the father, their son comes and stay and work for us for a longer time. And another is that our customer is very important to our company. Any customer, we have to look after them. There are some values that we follow up. And we see, when you said another one is, my father used to say that the customer should be lucky to buy our product so that he should be satisfied with the quality and other things. That's all.
With that token, Dr. T, I will just reiterate.
Yes.
When they started the Punja's tea, he was just telling us the story that they had to look at the employing the those who didn't have any husbands because they find it very difficult to support their family. And I think a few years back, there were two ladies who had to retire, but they did not have anyone to support them. So he went and opened a place in the market, two ladies, so that even though they retired, he helped them out, two Itoke ladies, to be able to, even though they've retired from the company, they had to continue to be able to go and do the selling in the market to support their family. So there's generations of families that they work, and that is how they look after the welfare.
So, wow, Vinaka, vakalevu. Thank you for sharing that, Milika, because that's some of the feedback that are coming through. There's some of your staff who are also listening in. So I think after this live, Milika, you can share some of the comments that are coming through. Some of the people who work for you, who are also sharing the same sentiment. So Vinaka vakalevu for looking out for them. And that is so beautiful to see the way you look out for your staff, the widows, and those who really need to work, you're able to help them. And I'm sure a lot of these people, they don't know how to repay you, but the blessings will come back in one way or another. Yeah? Wow. Vinaka
Within the blessings, they're very important, yeah.
Yes, absolutely, very true. Vinaka vakalevu. Mrs. Jaya, Ben Punja, any advice for especially girls or women who are watching today? Anything you want to share with them?
हम लोग मेरे mengerti karo.
Oh, yes. Yes. She always, there's something that they do when everybody is seated when they have their meals. It is it's a lifestyle. It's a and when everybody sits down to have their meal, the hot roti will be made, and then when the roti is passed to Mr. Punja, and his 4 sons are all seated on the table, he will cut it in pieces, and then that roti he shares to all of them, because he's not going to eat the hot roti by himself, but he will make sure it is shared to everybody, so that they share with the hot roti that is coming.
Don't waste the food.
And she has a policy that the plate that you eat, you can serve the food, but your plate is supposed to be clean. You should not waste any food. And she has always advised, because she has got 4 sons, she always advised them that if one son stands on his own, he will be able to fall. But if 4 sons stand together, love one another, and support each other, they will become strong. So it is always her plea that everybody needs to be bonded, everybody needs to love one another, because nobody will be able to stand alone. The support of one another is greatly needed for them to be able to be strong and bonded. And it is, and till today, Dr. T, it is even to the grandchildren. Whenever we go to Fiji, everybody has to go to their house for lunch. From work, the boys will have to come every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, it is a must. So if any grandchild or any children, they don't turn up, they have to answer to her. What is the reason? I think for some of us, we don't see what their intention is, but it is actually trying to bring everybody together to love one another by sitting together on the table and making sure that everybody love one another and share with each other. And till today, that is still the policy. And even in New Zealand, when they are here on Wednesday, we still have to go and sit down and have family dinner together.
It's like one stick you can break, but 4 or 5 sticks very hard to break.
When Mr. Punja's time, there were 5 brothers and one sister. Every Sunday, all the men will go and swim in Saweni, while they will rotate to one house. One daughter-in-law will cook, and when they come back, everybody sits together. So every Sunday is a day when they will all sit as a family to make sure everybody is together to have their food.
No miss anybody.
Nobody is missed out, and nobody is allowed to miss out.
My father.
That was like a rule that they're still trying to instill in this generation, and our children today are still learning that.
Wow, what a beautiful reminder! Beautiful reminder of love and unity, and what a way to bring people together, which is through a meal, a food, because that is something that unites everybody. And I think one thing I really like too is the fact that we are all seated together, on the table, and also encouraged to share and talk to each other. Thank you so much for reminding us the beauty, the beauty of unity and the beauty of togetherness. Wow. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jayaben and Mr. Kantilal, for sharing those words of wisdom. For our listeners, that is the title of our Talanoa today, their words of wisdom. And it's truly a treat to be sitting here together with them, with their busy schedule that they have in New Zealand. I would really like to thank their daughter-in-law, Milika Punja, Vinaka vakalevu Milika, for allowing us to come together like this and just to Talanoa and share some of your memories and some of your stories. Our listeners today, even before this moment, there were so many comments that were shared everywhere, all over the world. As I was saying before, there's a lady, Ella Wanganivalangi, I think she will be listening, Vinaka Ella. She's connecting from Sierra Leone in Africa. And she was saying that it will be something that you will never going to miss. So I'm just so looking forward to hear some of their feedback on just all of us sitting here today and learning from both of you, Mr. Kantilal and Mrs. Jayaben. So maybe I will pass it over to Milika Punja to close our Talanoa today with just a few words to encourage our listeners, but also on behalf of the family. Milika, if that's okay.
Vinaka, first would like to thank both of you for coming over and sharing their experiences today. And to all of those who are listening in, who usually just hear the family name. As in my first interview, I had spoken about the successes of families, the successes of each individual or any organization. It is always important that we should not judge, maybe because of the money value of how far they have been successful. I think it is important that we learn to listen to their story. It is very humbling to know the stories of, say, for the families, 86 years old now, very humbling. And I would say to give a word of advice to everybody that everybody has a story. They have come a long way. Everybody has a journey, and everybody struggles in their own way. Persistence, endurance, and have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, and do not quit. If Punjas can do it, anybody can do it. You have listened to the story, and this is why they're here, to inspire each one of you. in whatever works of life that you are in. You listen to the story. Everybody starts from zero, and everybody can do it. So we are, from our family to yours, we are saying a very good, a Merry Christmas this year, and happy and prosperous New Year.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
So Vinaka, vakalevu. I think on behalf of more than 100, close to 150 devices that are listening in this afternoon, I just wanted to express our appreciation to all of you for spending an hour and a half with all of us. I still feel that an hour and a half is not enough, but I just felt that whatever you have shared with us today is just enough for us to strengthen us, especially during this time of COVID-19. And some of the values that you've shared with us, as mentioned by Milika: persistence, endurance, patience, love, kindness, and family. Those are at least some of the values I've taken from our Talanoa today. And again, from all of us, Vinaka vakalevu, Dhanyavad, Sare vakalevu Sara, Vikemundo na vuvale Vinaka na Punja, Mr. Kantilal, Mrs. Jaben, and Mrs. Milika Punja, Vinaka vakalevu, for sharing your words of wisdom with us today. And we hope that one day we will meet in Fiji. One time, if I come over, I'd like to have a cup of tea or bilo of yangona, or have some roti and curry and baingani with you, the eggplant, Mrs. Punja.
Welcome, you're welcome.
So Vinaka vakalevu Sara, and we send all our love to you all, Mada.
Merry Christmas.
So Vinaka, Mada. Vinaka, wow, what a beautiful, awesome time that we've just had talking to the Punja family. Vinaka vakalevu, Mr. Kantilal Punja, Mrs. Jaben Punja, and Mrs. Milika Punja, for sitting with us for an hour and a half, just sharing all your stories with us. We're all inspired, and we all learned a few things from all of you, maybe not a few, quite a lot. And thank you so much for empowering us till the end of the year, and also to another beautiful year in 2022. And now we're just so happy that we can hear their beautiful story and hear what is behind the name of the family, of the Punja family. Vinaka vakalevu Sara, to many of you listening in from around the world, we just want to say thank you to all of you from Hawaii. Vinaka vakalevu, for joining in on this very special evening and afternoon. Those of you logging in from the United States, Joey Hudson, Vinaka vakalevu nasema mai, Penny Smith, Lela Luvu, Vinaka vakalevu, Tinaite, thank you so much for supporting the program. Vinaina Ratu Veilawa, and those of you who are from Bua, know many of you are logging in today to support Milika Punja. So we're just so blessed that she was able to initiate this Talanoa session with you all. And look forward to continue our Talanoa tomorrow at 6 p.m. and at 8 p.m. All the very best, and Vinaka vakalevu.